I'm not saying a word tonight until I started the recording because y'all know what happens. I get talking and then uh, because I wanted to give some shout outs tonight before we even start our Tuesday night Zoom. And while I'm letting some people in, because our waiting room is still, people are still coming in. But if you have a shout out, you can drop it in the chat and we're going to call it out. I'm going to give a shout out to Taylor and I'm going to give a shout out to Sarah, who are killing it with their businesses. Sarah came in right under the wire, hitting her sensational start level 3, which is phenomenal. Taylor, you are like on your way to earning grease, which is amazing and exciting. I'm really proud of both of you. Ryan Horn, you've been shouting out your team members on the team page for certifying and rocking and joining, and so I know that your team is celebrating this week.
Yep.
And
Rachel Hamill did her first wellness fair and got
yes,
24 new contacts.
Rachel, yes, I'm so happy to hear that. I know that you were looking forward to that wellness fair.
Yes,
So that
I couldn't sell, but just get the 24 contacts. I am super excited, and even more my info went out. So I'm so excited.
Oh, you should be. That's exciting. That is really, really exciting. Now nurture those 24 for sure.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great start. Great start.
Oh, Taylor says shout out to you for being great.
Oh, Taylor. Yes.
Brandy Moore booked her first vendor event.
That's awesome, Brandy.
Yes.
That's great.
Taylor says shout out to Jackie for just being there for her all the time. She is a really good sponsor, I have to say.
Yes. Yes. Who else? Brooke is almost at 1,000. Yes. And wait, what did I see?
Taylor's over 2,000.
Taylor's over 2,000.
Brooke is over
1,000.
Yep.
Brooke is attending her very first Scentsy retreat coming up, which is exciting. I
didn't mean to interrupt you, but Trish is going with her.
Trish is going to go with her. That's great.
Yep. My two shyest people are going together that don't show their faces on Zoom, but between Josh, Taylor, Brooke, Trish, and Chelsea, they've all been consistently here.
Oh, that's fantastic. You should be extremely proud of your team, Jack. Speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. That's what I say. So that's awesome. Okay, what else came in?
Come on, you guys.
I'm gonna shout Debbie Kuna. I don't know why you're not shouting yourself out. You want me to do it? Debbie Kuna just had a $1,500 home party. That's phenomenal. And in fact, Debbie, while we're talking about your home party, why don't you tell everybody what you did at this home party that was so magnificent?
Okay. So first of all, I'm going to give Karen Baldwin the credit because she's one of my downlines. She's one of my friends, and she gave me the idea. I haven't had a home party since before COVID, and I wanted to make this one great. So she gave me this idea. We played bingo, and what I did is I chose 20 testers. I took the 10 new releases, and then I took 10 more, like Cedar Cider, Cider Mill, Snowberry, Luna, some really popular ones. And I put them in a bag. Everyone had a bingo card that was different, and there was a few free spaces on there. And if you ever want to do this, if you just Google free bingo card generators, all you have to do is all I did was type the 20 cents, and they made 30 different cards for me. It was really easy and free. And so then I would pick a tester out. I would tell them what it was. And if there was a little story behind it, like black raspberry vanilla, I told them how that's the scent that you warm in a warmer if the dish is dirty. So that way it cleans the dish out. I passed it around so they all smelled it. And then I would talk about a certain product line like warmers and wax. And then I would do the next one and I would talk about diffusers. And I do the next one and I talk about cleaning products. And I went through every one. One time I talked about the charitable cause warmer. One time I talked about Scentsy Club, the whiff box, all that stuff. And it was great because it wasn't just boring where I was just talking for 20 minutes straight. They were smelling things as I was talking. And it only took me about 30 minutes. So that wasn't bad. And then I brought prizes and I made sure everyone got a prize, but that's not something that we'd expect you to do because that can be expensive. So you might want to have like 2 or 3 winners. Or one thing I did was I put a $5 off your next order coupon. So that way they would have, they would get a prize if they ordered. I wrote down, I wanted to make sure I told you. And then one thing I did differently this time too was every time I checked someone out, I asked them if they wanted to book a party, and I got 3 bookings, which I thought was amazing. And then, because I didn't know any of these people. And then I also asked them if I could add them to Project Broadcast, my texting app, so that way they could find out about promos. And almost everybody said yes. So I marked on their order form if they wanted Project Broadcast, so that way I would remember it. So I can keep them informed in the future. And it was, yeah, the party was 1522 PRV.
That's
So good.
phenomenal. And like you
Thank
had
you.
said, not only was it 1,500 PRV,
But 3
just over
bookings.
3 bookings and all new contacts.
Yeah.
Yes.
All new contacts. How did you book this
Yeah,
party
that's
to
what I wanna
give?
know.
Yeah, to give people an idea.
The original one.
The $1,500 party.
Okay. So actually it was my cousin. And the funny thing is I tried off and on for 12 years to get her to book a party. And they were all party light girls, so I wasn't having any luck. But she's a huge Detroit Lions fan. And she bought that warmer last year. And then when it came back on sale, she had 3 friends that wanted to buy one. And I said, well, you're already like halfway to a party, then you might as well let me create you a link. And when the Lions warmers went on sale, I ordered those warmers from her link, kept the link open, and used it for the party.
Phenomenal. I love it. It's actually a really good idea, and it for everybody, that if you end up having a customer that's really excited about a particular product or a product that's coming or whatever the case is, that's a great opportunity to have a party or to at least offer the party opportunity. So that's a great way you got her to book because of the Lions warmers. So
Mhm.
Yeah. And then like I got some of the other people to book the 3 bookings because they wanted the Christmas stuff. And so for one of the girls, I'm creating a link now. And on October 1st, she's going to order her Christmas stuff, but her party is not until November. But that's okay because we can keep it open. So she still gets host credit.
yeah, phenomenal. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're welcome. Thanks.
I felt like there was something else I was going to ask Debbie about. Or that Debbie was going to tell us about, but maybe it'll come to me.
I
Okay.
know. I couldn't figure out how to unmute on my phone. My party that I was talking about.
Oh yeah,
Is that what?
go ahead.
Oh, well, I thought that's what you were thinking.
Yeah,
That's the only
probably
thing I
is
talked
exactly
about.
it.
My plan for October is to do a murder mystery themed mystery hostess party. I tried to do it in the spring, but I only had one person say they could come. So I thought maybe in October, then that would be a good way. They'd want to do like a mystery, so a murder mystery. I just bought it off of Etsy. And just, if you don't want to do that, one thing that's always been really successful for me is to have a psychic an October party, and people would pay separately if they wanted a psychic reading. Or like last year, I had someone that read tarot cards, and she just did it for free. And so that was my best event ever because I had 24 people come just because they wanted a free tarot card reading. So that got a lot of customers. I find that if I have something else there, not selling something else, but something else there that people are interested in, it brings customers that wouldn't normally come to a Scentsy party there, and then they end up buying or loving it while they're there.
That's a fun idea.
Well, you know what would be a really fun idea
What?
is do like the ghost painting.
I know. Yeah.
The-
Because that
the
was
ghost
fun.
painting
'Cause
idea.
We picked up those
Yeah.
things for
Anna and I
mom
just
my
went and
sister. and-
we went to Goodwill and we picked up some really old, spooky, creepy looking paintings. And then I don't know if you guys have seen those reels on Instagram or on TikTok where you take those thrifted paintings and turn them into spooky paintings by putting ghosts and pumpkins and graveyards and bats. I keep looking over there because I'm looking at the one that we did. And but that would be a really fun idea because people could they could shop for their own photo or their own thrifted piece of art. And so it wouldn't be anything out of pocket for them to come and paint and also do it as a joint Scentsy party. In fact, I think I like that idea so much. I'm going to go home and do that with my customers in October. I totally am.
Oh my God.
I totally am.
made me laugh.
I'm doing that. I need to I have to make that note
Okay.
because if I don't,
Well, while you do that,
Yeah.
I'm going to shout out Patty Wonder said that she started swimming classes twice a week. It was 45 minutes away from her. And on the first day, she connected with the instructor, and now she's donating to the raffle for breast cancer and prostate cancer. And she was talking to her about fundraising, and the instructor said that she should bring Scentsy for everyone, Scentsy information for everyone there. And it was like 20 people, and people are like really nice. And so she's got all these new contacts, and that's awesome. Super exciting.
that is awesome.
Yeah, love that. Tina Hall has a party booked. She's meeting with a realtor and setting up her warmer of the month at the doctor's office. Cassie DeForest has 2 events to end out September, so she can get October kickstarted. So that's exciting. And Ryan is closing his first fundraiser tomorrow.
Ryan, which was it, a Scent Circle fundraiser or flagellant?
Like
A flagellant flower, fragrance flower fundraiser. Say that 3 times fast.
It was a full catalog fundraiser.
Full
A
catalog.
lady reached out to me, and her daughter's got some very rare is that
It's a rare cancer.
It's a rare cancer. And I was like, yeah, I'll be happy, do a fundraiser, raise some funds to offset, costs of, hospitals and stuff like that. And it was very, very successful. And I'm giving, my commissions to it and all that. So it's very, very, very successful.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
What yeah.
Aubrey had an event that featured Scentsy in the background. So it was like a kind of a, what was it, Aubrey? It was like a sweets event, and then you warmed blueberry cheesecake in the background. So people walked in and it's
we had the board that I'm on had a black tie event on Sunday night, and it was called the Sugar Party. And we had area businesses bringing in all kinds of desserts, and we had live entertainment and all that kind of stuff. And so, of course, to go with that, I hid warmers around the room, and it was a 3-story building built back in the late 1800s. And I was shocked that with 4 warmers, you could smell it throughout. People walked in downstairs and they were like, it smells amazing in here. So I couldn't really do a lot of advertising there, but there was a lot of conversation about it. And my business page was tagged in our follow-up thank yous and stuff like that. And I connected with some people. So hopefully that will turn to something else. But yeah, it was really cool.
That is cool. Great job, Bob.
Thanks.
What scent were you warming?
Blueberry cheesecake.
All right. I keep asking because it's the same answer all the time.
Every time. Yep, every time.
Jeff Frost has 3 fundraisers coming and a party in the break room at the medical office that she works at. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Denise Meter made adult trick or treat cards for the adults at the trunk or treat to hand out. It's a card with her info and a felt sample. It's a great way to meet new people. Patty's picking on you about flatulence flowers. Taylor said PTO told me to bring in the fundraiser info for next month for the meeting. They want something low maintenance. Told them a full catalog products shipped directly to customers. Super easy.
Yep.
And then Denise
shared
That's really
the card in the chat. So thanks, Denise.
Cool.
All right. A couple things that should be on your radar already. We have a $40 join promotion going on for 15 more days. So remember that. There's the $40 join. There's always the host kit that's available with qualifying parties that are closing. And then, as always, the $99 full business kit is available. So those are the join options this month. Sign up for Scent and Warmer of the Month if you don't have that subscription live and you like those 3 stacked pumpkins that'll be coming next month. Go ahead and sign up for that subscription. Maybe you're already signed up for the subscription because you just had to get your hands on Boo Crew this past month. Boo Crew's doing very well this month. Luckily, Scentsy did plan accordingly that it would do well, and it is doing well. But as always, remember that the warmers of the month are while supplies last. And so if you are holding any orders for Boo Crew, I would say get those in sooner than later. And not wait. Don't expect that it will be available through the end of the month. That's just a little plug. Let's see, the early access 5 brick bundle. The bricks went on sale yesterday. So they will be $24, 24 PRV individually when they release to customers, 2 for $40, or you can get the early access bundle, all 5 of them for 100 PRV. A lot of times what consultants will do is they'll find another consultant to go in on it with, or a couple consultants or team members to go in on the brick bundle with, kind of everybody separates them so that they can make samples. Because yeah, 100 PRV is a lot to pay to get those scents in your hands, but there are ways to collaborate with other consultants and say, hey, I'll buy one, you buy one, you buy one, get 5 of you, each of you buy 1 brick. You get, each of you will get equal amount of PRV, and then you can break up those bricks and share them among the 5 of you. There's ways to get creative so that you can get those fragrances in your hands, because there are not testers for those fragrances and they do not come in smaller bars. However, those 5 scents will be available in Scentsy Club as bars.
Mhm.
Okay. So they won't be offered to our customers as bars. And if you can't get early access on 1 brick, then buy the one, or then wait until they're available and do that little 5-person split. Or because if you order the early access bundle, somebody's going to get the 100 PRV, and you might not want to do that. So, you just kind of have to get creative and determine what's within your budget and what you want to do. And I mean, some people buy the 5 brick budget, but 5 brick bundle and turn around and sell those. So they make their money back. So they don't mind buying them for 100 PRV up front. Everybody runs their businesses a little bit different. Everybody does things a little bit different, but we're just here to give you the information as best as we know how and as best as we can for you to set yourself up for success. Disney Villains collection should be coming by the end of the month. We don't have that date just yet. But let's see. Okay, so the bricks. If you guys aren't following Scentsy on YouTube, on Instagram, there has been some really, really creative marketing that's been going on. I've shared a couple of the fun Halloween videos to the team pages. But Scentsy has really, really upped their social media and marketing game, and it's been really fun to watch. And so follow Scentsy on YouTube. That's a great channel to be able to share videos to your VIP pages with your customers on your social media, in your stories. But make sure that you're following Scentsy on all of the platforms in which you participate in. Let's see, just making sure that I'm not leaving anything else out for you. I don't think I am. The Cheers to 20 Years incentive still going on this month. Remember, this month it is purchasing 20 items or selling 20 items from the Harvest Collection. So if it's in the Harvest Collection brochure, then it counts. The hand soaps count as 3 items. The only item that comes multi-packed that doesn't count as that many items as it includes is the scent circles. That counts now as 1 item. But otherwise, those items add up quickly. Host rewards do count as a sold item so that you can cross off one of those 20, even if they're used with host rewards. So, okay. All right, good. You fielded that in the chat.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we thought it would be we thought a good topic for tonight's quick team call would be to talk about what we are all working on right now. This is what we always tout as the fall season being our busiest season of the year. And it is for good reason. With the Harvest Collection that's available now, we had the new catalog launch. The holiday collection will begin here October 1st. The Griswold camper will be coming October 1st. Prepare yourselves. That's going to be a very hot item. So there's a lot that happens in a very short amount of time. September, October, November, there is a lot that happens. And so we thought that it would be good to hear from a variety of consultants on what they're doing, how they're doing, working their businesses right now. What does working your business actually look like? Here's the thing. all of us have different levels of availability to work our businesses. Some people have more time than others. Some people have to fit their business into very small time slots and windows throughout their days and weeks. And we have consultants within this group that are in all of those categories. Some that work their businesses full time, some that work their businesses for an hour a day. And so we thought it would be important to hear from a variety of consultants on what they're doing, how they're maximizing their time. Coming off of last week's call where Robin Martin shared with us about time management and maximizing our time and finding time instead of making time. If you missed last week's call, the recording has been uploaded to our YouTube channel, which is togetherwescent.com/YouTube. That's where all of our recordings are housed. But anyhow, so in speaking of what are we working on? What are consultants like you working on and doing with their businesses right now? Of course, I can talk, but I'm going to give the floor to some other consultants first. So who wants to share what they're working on now for their businesses?
I can go.
Okay, and then Patty Wonder. Okay, Laura.
Oh, go Patty.
No,
go. I
Laura,
just
go
was
ahead.
silent. Okay, well, there's another sort of a vendor event. It's actually a fundraiser for a lodge, but they were like, you can do a booth. They said, if anybody does crafts, you can do a booth. I said, I don't really do crafts, but I do gift bundles with the item I sell. And it was inexpensive, so we purchased a booth. Me and my frontline did. I don't know if she's in here. I don't think she probably is today. Anyway, so I'm making demo gift bundles. And my mother told me, Laura, only the people that bought tickets to that fundraiser and the members of that lodge are going to be there. Do you really think this will work? Well, one of those demo bundles is a realtor basket. And the very next day after my mother said that to me, I met someone that's a member there that works for a real estate office. So I'm hoping that pans out. If not, I'll probably turn around and put what I got for that basket on special. I'm not really sure. It was an investment. So that's what I'm working towards. That's on the 28th. And I'm going to have a few sample gift bundles like the Valentine's, Christmas, realtor, the cleaning bundle, dorm bundles, a few of those to just demo, and then hopefully have a prize raffle. So they fill out a jot form. Like, if you want this prize, fill out the jot form. Then I get their emails. Then I put them in my workstation and mail them a scent circle.
Great.
Hopefully.
Great. Thank you, Laura.
Oh, me. I kind of have a couple things. I made a goal, I think at the beginning of this month, that I said I wanted to triple my customer base by the end of January. So because I'm rebuilding in a new region, that's kind of my focus of get new customers, get new contacts. So I'm doing lots of packets with samples and my story brochure and all that kind of thing in it. But also there is a builder in Texarkana who buys bulk from me every month for their welcome home gifts for all their new home buyers. And I found out there is like 700 locations. So I started putting them in by state in a notebook, and none of them have email. So I'm going to have to call them all back in the old school days of phone calls. And I'm going to call them and just say, hey, I work with another Clayton Homes. And I'm wondering, because to do business with them, you have to be put in their system with a credit check, your banking, your social security, all that stuff as a as basically a, what's it called? Like your service, like you're either construction or plumbing or whatever the word is for that. And so it's a lot of paperwork. So if I'm already in the system, that might make it easier for them to say yes. The other thing is, when I was in New Zealand, every single year we had a holiday sniff and shop. And what that was I would find a location, and then everybody on Team Wonder Bar could come to that location. It's a lot to plan, but everybody would be in charge of bringing specific products, scents. Everybody had to bring snacks and drinks. And everybody invited their customers. So it was one big event, and it was such a hit every single year that people were like, are you doing that again this year? You're doing that again this year. And we had specials and stuff like that. Well, now that I'm in America, and I have right now 2 people in my area, so, and maybe 3 who's from the area, but I'm looking at locations this week to see if we can do and start that being an every year thing as well here. So, it's always fun because new consultants don't have all the products. And they might not know all the answers, but they can invite everybody, and I, as a leader, can help them, or they talk to other people. So a lot of customers from other consultants or whatever, they would see each other every year, and they would sit at a table and smell all the scents and just talk and drink and eat, and everybody, our orders were always great. And then we had like specials for the night, for that event, and everybody got goodie bags that you were in charge of and things like that. So I'm planning on that at the moment, plus the builder thing, and then just trying to inject myself places where I am telling people about Scentsy, because nobody knows about it over here. I had lunch with somebody, or dinner with somebody that I went to high school with today, and I haven't seen her since high school. She's like, yeah, I never heard about Scentsy. And so I gave her a pack, and she was so excited. She's like, oh my God, no one ever brings me anything. So that's kind of my focus, is even if I have to keep buying catalogs because I feel they're better than the showcase brochures, I will keep doing that. And yeah, just trying to get the word out and put myself places where I'm meeting new people.
I love
Thank
that.
you for all the compliments in the chat. I was trying to make.
You do. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Patty. Yeah, making new contacts, even one-on-one, touching people is one of the best things that you can do for your business. I know Wendy Weeks shared on the team page that she was she gave a scent circle to somebody who she struck up a conversation with over that person's dogs, and the woman texted her to say thank you for giving her the scent circle. And so just making new connections, it's easy. It's
work, though.
what? Say
It's
again.
work for an introvert.
It is. So I
not
wasn't going to
easy. I
say
would
it's
say
easy.
it's
No,
simple.
I didn't. Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Easy and
That's why I
simple.
stopped. It's not easy. It seems like such an easy concept, but really that is the stepping stones that helps us build our businesses, because meeting one new person is who can introduce you to that another new person. And I have been finding that I've been getting a lot of referrals lately from my current customers. And so finding out that information so that I can reward and thank my current customers, because as we know, referrals are the greatest compliment that you can get. But little things, just taking the time to focus on things that matter. Just today, I was going through and making sure that everybody that has ordered online from me in September, that I have their contact information in my text list, and making sure that I'm reaching out to them and letting them know about my VIP page, because that's where I want my customers to be. And then on my VIP page, being way more intentional, not just with engagement, but with really showcasing the products that we have available right now. In fact, I was on my PWS today, and I was just scrolling just the Harvest Collection section alone. And with all of the products available in the Harvest Collection, that gives me at least a month's worth of posts if I only posted one product a day. And so very easy to share. You can copy right from your PWS the description of what Scentsy writes about that product, and put your own little spin on it and share those products out. It's just getting the product in front of people's faces, but you have to get the people in place to be able to put things in front of their faces. And so spending the time to just make those connections and focus on follow-up and focus on the relationships and the connections really, really can do amazing things for your business. Okay, anything that you got the chat?
Yeah, Ryan said that he had a customer at his last event tell him that she loves his VIP group, and that meant a lot to him, because he was surprised that many people were watching the group. He didn't think a lot of people were watching the group. And I said that that's really great reinforcement.
Absolutely.
You know?
It's always a reminder that just always remember that even if you feel like nobody's commenting or nobody's liking the things that you're posting, remember that people are still always watching. They're always watching and observing and seeing. They might not catch everything that you share or that you post, whether it's on Facebook or in your stories or on your VIP pages, but that people are watching and observing and paying attention. I received an order for Boo Crew this week from a college friend of mine who's never bought Scentsy from me before, but her mother told her, hey, I want to buy this Scentsy warmer. And my friend said, wait, you have to buy from my friend who's a Scentsy consultant. And she sent her mom my way. She's never even bought Scentsy from me before. And so just, you never know who's watching and observing until that right product comes along, or the right wording comes along, or the right thing you post come along. And then it gets them to act.
I love what Patty said here. Patty said, taking an intentional approach to paying attention to what other people are doing and feeling. She said, I always say when you're out of your house to look up and smile and say hello to people.
Yep.
Yep.
Always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taylor says that she's noticed that when she posts real life photos or showing her face, that it gets way more interaction.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Rather than regular graphics or things that you borrowed from other people, real life photos, especially if you use your face, so much easier for people to connect with.
And I've really gotten away from using flyers really when I'm posting. I mean, the only time I'll use a flyer is if some real life photos precede the flyer. Like today on my VIP page, I shared the Harvest Collection flowers. But the very last, they were all real life photos until the very last photo in that carousel was the scent descriptions of the flowers that were available. And that looked a little bit more flyerish, but people have a tendency to scroll past flyers, but stop on real life photos.
Check this one out. Amber said, I posted Friday the 13th mystery bags, and 4 people in her VIP for nearly 3 years messaged wanting to order, and they haven't even commented before.
Yep.
So
You
that's
just
so awesome.
never, ever know
Just
what's going to
never-
get people to bite.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many of you, if any of you, took that challenge that you may have seen on Facebook about promoting the Scentsy Go and getting people to give you product testimonials? And yes, I saw Steph's hand go up, Patty's hand go up. I know you did it, and you got 20 people. So Anna asked for 10. She got 20 people to bite on that. A couple things about that. Just make sure that your customers know that the runtime on the Scentsy Go is 22 hours. So encourage using rechargeable batteries with that item, because the last thing that you want is for them to come back and give you a review and say, I had to replace the batteries every single day. So ahead of doing the getting the product reviews, maybe you encourage them to
yeah, because there's a lot of people who have those things that you just plug right into the wall and it has a bunch of batteries in it. So they can easily just grab a set of batteries, pop the other ones in, and be on their way, rather than having to set the other style of Go and plug it in and wait for it to charge. They can easily grab a set of batteries and run. So just setting that expectation is what's important.
Yes. The insert for the Scentsy Go is really important. So just make sure that you familiarize yourself with that insert, know how long that it lasts, and when you're supposed to use the cord, if you're supposed to use the cord with batteries, without batteries. Just make yourself comfortable with the insert of the Scentsy Go, so that you deliver proper information to your customer, which alleviates them or relieves them of coming back to you and saying, well, you didn't tell me this, or you didn't tell me I was going to have to change the batteries every single day, and you just told me it was battery operated. And for some reason, people think batteries last forever.
Can you recap the Scentsy Go post? Because Sarah was wanting to hear that.
So the post is, hold please, I have it right here. It says, I'm looking for product testers to try out the new black Scentsy Go. This little guy is the first AA battery powered Scentsy. And I would probably add in there, if this was my post, I would say rechargeable batteries in this product for the win. I'm looking for 10 people willing to help me at a special deal. Message me if interested before spots fill up. This Scentsy Go also has the option to increase or decrease the scent throw with just the twist of a lid. No mess, no spills, just great fragrance space wherever you go. We'll get this posted. We'll get this challenge posted onto both pages. I think your page might have already had it.
No, I didn't share it
Okay,
with them yet.
so we'll share it after this call. We'll get this, so you don't have to copy this wording. But essentially what you're doing is you're getting people to purchase that Scentsy Go, and then
You can do something special for them. Now, if you decide that you want to give them a full pack of pods and use your rewards in order to make that happen with a little bit out of pocket, you can do that. I know that there are quite a few of us that were doing a full pack of pods, but you could just give them one single pod for free as a way for them to be able to use it. And that way your pods are going a lot farther and they're still going to be able to experience that device. And so that might be a better way to do it if you're looking for something that's a little more achievable with just a single pod.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's a personal special. So again, you gotta be communicating those things
yes.
privately, one-to-one.
Which is why the post says, message me if interested. That way you can communicate whatever it is that you want to communicate with them. I know in a lot of cases, consultants were saying, okay, you buy the Scentsy Go for $35, the new Scentsy Go for $35, which is cheaper than our original Scentsy Go that was available. It has a new design, fits perfectly in cup holders. And if you are willing to exchange that purchase for a review, I will give you a pack of pods to go with your Scentsy Go. Now, if you figure out the math correctly, depending on how many people you have participate, like Anna said, you can get packs of pods for free and half price to be able to go along with this particular special. But we'll post the graphics and we'll post this into the team pages so that if you want to use it, you can. But just so that we're clear, it is customers paying for the Go upfront, and
then however you want to,
however you're,
that's on you.
yes.
And
it's
if
on
you went to Scentsy Family Reunion, you have one of these, so you're able to take. I highly encourage this. Take pictures with you and the device, because, like we said earlier, it makes a huge difference when they can see your face and connect it to you.
Yep.
So, another perk of going to Scentsy Family Reunion.
What? Was there anything else in the chat? Because then I had a little tidbit that I was going to share with you guys. This is just a little tip, trick, hack.
No, Taylor asking about information on World Tour, but that's really.
We don't have information on World Tour. We won't have that
Retreat
for a while.
Leaders did open though. So
yes, Retreat
if
for Leaders.
Promote to director within the next couple of months, you can totally attend that, which would be incredible.
Do you have a nightlight handy? That's not plugged in.
A mini warmer?
Yeah. Handy.
Yeah.
Like the base, the base of one. Really quickly.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah, it's
right on the show. Okay. So I'm bringing this up. I'm bringing this up only because in the past week and a half, and I had 2 people at my event ask me about this. And I feel like a genius because I'm able to solve their problem. So if you have a customer that tells you they've replaced the bulb in either their mini warmer or their full size warmer, and they turn on the warmer or the mini, I don't need it.
Oh, okay.
They turn it on, and even with a new bulb, their warmer or their nightlight does not work. Here's the trick for that. So if you can see, see inside this mini warmer, that black, it looks like a black square to you, but it is actually a gold prong. That is the contact that the light bulb makes with the plug-in. In my experience, what happens is over time from screwing the light bulb in too tightly, it pushes that prong down too much to where it's not making contact with the bulb anymore. And so they think that the plug doesn't work.
I can pull it right up.
All you have to do is lift that. Yeah. And you can do it with, well, if your finger is small enough, all you have to do is raise that prong. Let's see if I can get the angle right. See that prong? All you have to do is raise that up just a little bit and it'll make contact with the bulb again and you'll be back in business. Now, I'm telling you this, not that I think it's going to be a problem, except you watch. One of you is going to get a call in the next couple of days and somebody is going to have this problem. No, but it's worth mentioning because I processed 2 returns with Scentsy prior to figuring this out. And then finally I was like, you know what? In looking at the pieces, It's that the light bulb's not making contact with the prong. Same with your full size warmers have this little prong too. And if the light bulb's not making contact with the prong in the outlet or in the socket, it's not going to work. And you're going to think that the warmer is faulty, or they're going to think the warmer's faulty. And that is in fact a very, very easy fix. If you use like a screwdriver or something to pull up the prong just a smidge, make sure you unplug the warmer from the outlet before you do that. What are you checking it now? It is, because I've fixed it on them. Yep. I've fixed it on full sizes too. I've literally become like a fix it lately. Yeah. So it's flat, but it still will pull up a little bit. So if if you put a new bulb in a mini warmer or a full size warmer and it doesn't turn on, it is not it's not a defective warmer and it's not a defective bulb. The prong just needs to be lifted a little bit. There you go. It was worth tuning in tonight now, wasn't it? Because now you just became a fix it expert on
I
these
learned
warmers.
something too.
And
I
you
didn't
learned
know
something.
that.
Yes, it's a very easy fix. And I mean it. I'm only telling you this because I've had 2 customers at my event and my own aunt call me this past week and tell me that her warmer wasn't working. And I was about to do a replacement with Scentsy on one of them. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try first. Sure enough, it was the prong. So, okay, we have about 2 more minutes. Rand's going to do a drawing for us for our team participation for tonight. But what else do you have in the chat?
Oh, Rachel was saying that they had it wanted to tip to the side, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that can happen, but there's a little button on these if you didn't know that you can make these turn. So if that's not locked in place, that could be the issue, because you want to be able to push that button in order to turn it.
Well, while we're talking about this, also on the bases, it's okay if the stabilizer prong breaks off. That prong's only purpose is for stabilizing. And so this will still work. It does not, it's not
crucial. It's not operational.
Yes.
It's not,
Yes. Thank you. But yeah, and then these do turn, you know that, right? So that if your plug is upside down or sideways, or maybe, gosh, this makes me realize we don't do enough of these actual little product tutorials and demos and tips and tricks enough. We don't do enough of this, but anyhow, and then also this little gasket right here is what makes the nightlight snug onto the plug. That's why if you've unboxed mini warmers, sometimes it'll come with a really thin disc as well. And you're like, what's this for? It's if the fit is too loose, you can put that additional little gasket on top of here and it will make it tighter. So, okay. Well, look at that. Here we are. All right, Rand.
We are. All right. Do this. Okay.
Tina says hers is stuck in the outlet. Turn off your power to that plug and you can use needle nose pliers to get it out. But Brian probably knows that, Tina.
Yeah, like, don't forget to do that first. Chelsea Stewart.
Chelsea Stewart. Yay, congratulations. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This time went really quick tonight. Thanks for joining us. It was great to see you. And
do it
anything
again
else?
next week.
Yes, we will. Okay. Great to see your faces. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a great evening.